Bad stuff is going to happen to you. It might even happen to you today. I know. I didn't want to break the news, but there you go. I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, I do have a training company, and I get a lot of people that come through my business, and they want to know, how do I motivate my employees who are victims of their circumstances? And I have to come back to this concept. Bad stuff is going to happen to you. It is part of the human experience. It's going to happen to me. It's going to happen to you. There's bad stuff that happens to me every single day of my life. It's things like I stubbed my toe and then my toe bleeds and then I'm really sad and sorry for a minute. Okay, maybe I drop something and I break something. Maybe I have my own employee challenges or whatever. Okay, bad stuff happens to me every day. Bad stuff is going to happen to you as a business owner. You're going to get to a customer's house, and as you're pulling in their driveway, they're going to cancel their cleaning on you for the day. And it's easy to say, well, I'm a victim of this. I had bills to pay. I was here. I was counting on the money. You know, they screwed up my day. How is this possible? And you're going to be a victim, and you're going to be angry, and you're going to be upset. But that doesn't solve the situation. The situation already happened. And so how you feel about it and how you respond to that and how you react is what determines the rest of your day. Okay? So I bring this up for the fact that over the years, and this comes with temperance and age and experience, but over the years, I've learned to have bad stuff happen to me. And right as it's happening, almost like in slow motion, I'm dropping something valuable and it's breaking. And right as it's breaking, there's this moment of, oh no, that didn't just happen. And I say to myself, I wish that didn't happen. When I say those words, I wish that didn't happen, what I'm doing is I'm acknowledging I just had a human experience. Something really bad just happened to me. I'm sad that it happened and I wish it didn't, okay? I've acknowledged my feelings. Now, that is a trigger for me to say, how could I have done this differently? If I could have held something more carefully and it didn't break, would I have done it? Would I have moved something slower? Would I have paid more attention? How can I prevent this from happening again? If it's an employee challenge, I say to myself, wow, I wish that didn't happen. What just did happen? How did this happen? Is this going to happen again? And how can I prevent it from happening again? And what policies do I need in place so that it doesn't happen again with any members on our team, right? So it forces me to start, instead of being a victim, just feeling sorry for myself, being angry at someone, it forces me to try to come up with new solutions so that I can move forward and get rid of that negativity. Because there's no room in progress and success for negativity and doubt and self-loathing, okay? So the reason I bring this up is because there are a lot of house cleaners that I get to work with every day, and they have team members and employees who are also victims of their circumstance. And when they show up for work, the sky is falling in. They have children problems, they have spouse problems, they have money problems, they have car problems, they have health problems, they have client problems. They're just victims of everything that's going on. The reason that we want to talk about this and we want to really work through this is because you do have a choice. And I want you to just stop and remember these 3 words. I'm happy because, okay? So the first thing you say to yourself is, I wish that didn't happen. Acknowledge it. Please acknowledge it because you're having a human experience. Don't pretend it doesn't exist. Don't wash it away. Don't never address it, okay? I want you to address it. I wish that didn't happen. And then I want you to say, I'm happy because, okay? The saying because is going to force your unconscious mind to start looking for, what are you happy because of? What is the because? Fill in the blank. What is the rest of that sentence? What happens is, I'm so ticked off with an employee. I wish that didn't happen, but I'm happy because I have an employee, right? I'm happy because I have an employee who most of the time does a really great job. I'm happy because they show up every single day. I'm happy because I'm able to help them put food on their table. I'm happy because, and you start going through the reasons that you're actually happy about the situation surrounding the bad thing that happened, right? So if I drop something, I'm happy because I actually had something to drop. I had belongings that actually could drop. I'm happy that I have other belongings. I'm happy because I have a roof over my head. I'm happy because it houses all my nice special things that this one broke, but all my other things did not break, right? So you can be happy for a variety of things that surround the bad situation. But what happens is all of a sudden that twists your mind from being, oh no, I'm a victim of this circumstance, to wait a second, it's not that bad. I have other things that I can be grateful for, even in this moment of sadness and sorrow. And what happens, and this is super cool, Instead of being really frustrated and being angry and repeating what happened that you wish did not happen over and over and over in your head all day and just magnifying that, what you do is you squish it down and it makes it really small and you're like, that's a small thing. I can manage that. Look at me. I can manage all these other things. I'm so happy because I have the confidence and the ability and the skills and the knowledge to work through this situation, which is I'm going to laugh about in 5 years from now, right? I might as well laugh about it today. So I really want you just to stop, and I want you to, when you get discouraged, instead of playing the victim, instead of feeling sorry for yourself, instead of spending all day replaying those broken tapes of how bad life did you wrong, I want you to focus on what you're happy because, and I promise you this, your attitude will change, your outlook will change, and everything that you do for the rest of the day will turn around. Now what happens is this, and I have to caution you on this, when you're a victim, and you've heard people say, oh, everything I touched today went wrong, right? Everything I touched broke. Everything that I worked on malfunctioned. And you have days where you just feel like everything is going against you. What happens if you keep playing those tapes over and over and over again? Silently, that's what you are attracting into your world. You're attracting more victimization. You're attracting more bad things. You're attracting more things to go wrong because that's the vibration and the frequency that you're emitting from yourself, right? So I don't want you to do that. I want you to change the way that you feel. I'm happy because, and suddenly your day is going to turn around. Now, if you have employees, I want you to teach them this trick or let them watch this video. But I want you to teach them this trick because we, as humans, we get to play tapes all day, every day inside our head. We are the ones that get to determine the outcome of our lives. There's no one holding us hostage to being the victim of our circumstances. There's no one. We get to release ourselves and say, wait a second, I am free from this bad situation. It doesn't make the bad situation go away. Bad situation still happened. But if you choose to get stuck in it like quicksand, and you choose to wallow in it, and you keep replaying it over and over and over again, all that happens is, like I say, it magnifies and it gets worse, and you attract more of that into your life. So just stop, acknowledge it, like, I wish that didn't happen. Now, I'm happy because, and then reframe what's happening around the situation that just malfunctioned, okay? And I promise you this, your life will get so much better. All right, I hope that helps. If it does, pass this on to a friend, give us a thumbs up, and until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.